Today I'm going to teach you how to make beautiful fried butterfly shrimp. This is so easy, there's no reason that anybody shouldn't know how to make this. You're never going to want the frozen stuff ever again. Well, howdy folks, welcome to Texas Cooking Today. What I have here is some wonderful information for you, so get ready to watch. Right now we're in the heart of Dallas. This is the park that my father actually proposed to my mother in. So I thought it would be fun to do a intro video right from here. Thank you very much for watching. Now let's get in the kitchen. Today I'm making fried butterflied shrimp. It is so easy to do, and I thought, you know, there are folks that just don't know how to pull this off. So instead of you having to go out and pay a huge amount of money to get the frozen ones, which really aren't that good, let me teach you how to make them as good as the best restaurants can do. So you'll know, I went out and purchased large deveined shrimp, and I recommend that you get the same thing. You can use large or extra large shrimp for this, it's best. You need a sizable shrimp if you're going to butterfly it. Also, you'll want that deveined if you can get it that way, and that way you don't have to do your own deveining. Otherwise, the black stripe along the back is actually a digestive tract that you need to remove. Just grab it where they cut the head off and pull outward, and it'll slide right out of the shrimp's body. The next thing you have to remember, after you get that done, is just to remove the shell. You pull off the feet and break the shell off from the back, and it's very simple. Now, if you get it like I bought it, which was already deveined, it's even easier. You pinch the feet, and the feet and shell come off together. I'm about to show you that. So let's get into making this wonderful and easy to cook up fried butterfly shrimp. Oh, and don't worry, it's going to be crunchy. It's going to be exactly like what you want. Trust me. The battering sequence on this is so easy, and it is also the ingredients list. Right here I have 1/2 of a cup of flour. Over here I have 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. I have 1 egg and 1/4 of a cup of milk. And if you're ever wondering, when you see a recipe that says use an equal amount of milk to your egg, they're talking about 1/4 of a cup of milk to an egg. That's considered an equal amount. All right, so I'm going to take this, we're going to beat it in that bowl back there, and then add the egg and beat that in also, and that's my liquid part of my batter. In a separate pot, you're going to want some oil. Right over here, I've got some peanut oil in my pot, and I have a thermometer in the back of it. I'm going to be using that to do my frying. You'll want to be frying this at 325 degrees. I haven't shown you the shrimp yet, but we're going to peel those now and get busy making this delicious, tasty dish. Now, when we're ready to clean our shrimp, and this is easy enough, of course you see his little legs right down here, the head's been removed. Now, if your shrimp has not been deveined the way this shrimp has been, there's a cut up the backside here, then right here just pinch it and pull outward, and that whole digestive tract there will just slide right up and out of him. This one is a deveined shrimp, so it has been cut open, and that has been already removed at the location where I purchased it. So that's the difference between your deveined and not. Now, to remove the shell and feet from deveined shrimp, and this is opposite of the ones that haven't been deveined. If it's deveined, then all you do is pinch the shell right where the feet is at the bottom, and the whole thing just slips right off, just like that. See there? So that's all you have to do. Then we go down at the bottom and make sure that shell is peeled free from the tail, like I didn't get right there. Boom, I'll just snap it free. That last segment is a little firmer and harder than the rest is, and it stays in place better, and that's what holds all of that tail meat in place. It also gives you a little handle to eat the shrimp by. Okay, so that's that. All you have to do when it is a shrimp, let me put this away. When you have a shrimp that has not had the deveining process, you first tear off the feet, and then you grab the back of the shell
and pull it this way, and it slides up and off of that shrimp, okay? So that's the way you do that one. Now, with this, I don't have to do that. Like I said, I just peel it off from the feet. So there's two different ways of removing shell from your shrimp. Now, so you'll know, this isn't something that takes a lot of time. When I'm not explaining it, this normally takes me, for 12 shrimp, about 40 seconds, okay? That's all there is to it. After I do this, I give them a light rinse, and then I'm ready to batter.
Okay, those shrimp are washed on our plate, ready to be butterflied, and the batter is ready to be prepared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here by breaking that yolk with a fork. I'm just going to gently beat this. Now I'm going to work in my milk. Remember, that's 1/4 cup of milk to 1 egg, and this will do a lot of shrimp, okay? The liquid portion of my batter is ready. So all of my battering elements are ready to go. I'm turning on my burner, and I want this at about a medium flame, because on my stove it recovers well at a medium flame. I'm going to bring this up to 325 degrees. Now, while I'm heating my oil up over here, let's work on butterflying these shrimp. I'll show you how we do that. To butterfly a shrimp, I need to make a cut down the back side so it will divide in half. Now, the way I do this is I take advantage of the shrimp's natural curve, and I slide my knife across here and into the shrimp so that it cuts through it right at this point right here, but not here or up here. And that way, when I make a straight cut, I'm cutting about that deep on my shrimp, okay? Then, when I'm finished, I can open it up. There's a little hole in the middle about the size of a dime or just slightly less. Now, when doing this, I hold it right here at the bottom of the shrimp where the legs were, pressing down, and that kind of pulls this side up and opens that already pre-cut area that you see there. So here we go. Pull that down, and if you notice, my blade isn't cut this way, which is straight. It's turned slightly down, so it's going to cut down below where my fingers are. Okay, it's a very delicate process. Once it's finished, looky there. Now that inside vein, if you wish to pull it, go ahead and pull it and just get it set aside. That's all there is right there to butterflying shrimp. Isn't that neat? Very simple process. That's all you have to do. Do each of your shrimp the exact same way, butterflying them out, just like so. It takes a very gentle motion. So you will know when I buckle down on this, this doesn't really take much longer than it did to remove the shells on my shrimp. So that's what I'm going to do now and get this done. There we have them, fully cleaned, butterflied, and ready to go. As my oil is coming up in temperature, let me show you what I do to my shrimp. First, we get them down in that flour and get them a little dusting. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and flour the tail, and this gives it sort of a rough crust on the tail itself. It looks pretty. Some people like that tail to look red and clean without batter, so you can hold on to it and it prevents that from happening. In this case, I'm not worried about that. Next, I dip the shrimp, but just the meat portion, down into my egg mixture and drop it into the panko. Give it a good shake. Grab that tail again. Make sure he's spread out. Give him a shake. And we can put him on our plate, set aside, and ready to fry. Something that you want to remember when you're doing this is sometimes your shrimp will want to stick together. They'll close back up. So before you put them in the panko, make sure they're spread out and open. And that way you get good, even battering all the way across. You don't have to do just one. You can do 2 or 3 at a time if you want. So get right into it. And once you get started, you're going to find out this doesn't take long at all. In fact, it only took me just a couple of minutes to get this done. And I was in no rush. I was talking all the way through it and kind of, discussing what needs to be done. But I kind of realized that y'all didn't need all that extraneous information, that I'll just cut it on down and we'll do it really fast. My oil is at 325 degrees. Now over behind that I have a rack for draining after I take it out of the oil. You're also going to need a timer. These take 3.5 minutes to cook, okay? So let's take our shrimp by the tail, drop each one right down in our hot oil. Now my pan that I'm using, the pot that I'm using, cooks up about 6 shrimp at a time, and so that's the way I like to do it. There we go. And first they will want to bunch up, so just kind of push them apart and let them cook. One of these is the broken one, and I think it's that one. And look at that, came out just fine. There we are. Beautiful golden shrimp. The next ones go in. There we go. Our oil is once again at 325, and the shrimp go in. 2. Fried butterflied shrimp should not be difficult for anyone. As you've seen, there's not much to it. But you get perfect shrimp. They're not all chewy like the ones you get in the freezer section. They're more crunchy, better flavor. There's no reason not to do it this way. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you would, please click the subscribe button and the bell. That way you're notified every time there's a new video. I post every Thursday, usually around 7 a.m. So if you would, look for those videos. Thank you. Again, please click the like button. Please share this video. And please have a good day. Guys, thank you. Heck yeah. Well, there it was. That's all there is to it, guys. Wasn't that difficult when you get right down to it. I would like to say thank you very much for watching Texas Cooking Today. If you would, please take a look at my channel. Also, please click like. If you have any comments or questions, or if you have a request, just put them down there in the comments and I will get to it. Thank you very much for watching, and folks, you have a good day. Bye-bye.